Hello brothers and welcome back to, I think this is going to be the third video of the day if I'm not mistaken, and it is an emotional, glorious, amazing day because we've had so much stuff at LVO and I'm sure there's so much more to come. This video is basically dedicated to Abaddon because now he is finally confirmed to return. But the thing is, who can actually stand against Abaddon? Abaddon is on the next level when it comes to characters. So let's jump in and have a little discussion. So Abaddon now is returning in all his glorious fashion. First things first, I love the way that they announced it like it was a Primaris lieutenant. And we actually, well, technically we did get a new Primaris lieutenant. He was just dead on the base of the actual model itself. Now, of course, we haven't seen the full reveal of the model, but the little countdown at the end of the trailer points to the 5th of March, when also the Harken countdown also happens, so it's all coming together. A nice little bridge that we're going to see everything unfold on Vigilius. Now, my only problem with this is that if Abaddon does go to Vigilius, and this is highly, highly likely, like 99.9% likely he will end up on Vigilius, who can actually stand against Abaddon? There's really no characters out at the moment who is actually on Vigilius who can go toe-to-toe with this guy. And before people start saying, well, Calgar's being upgraded to Primaris, he can certainly stand against Abaddon. No, he cannot. I don't think you grasp the power, the scale, the sheer presence of what Abaddon brings when you put him on the tabletop. Calgar is very, very cool. He can do some awesome cool stuff, especially now he's been upgraded to a cool Primaris Marine. But when it comes to Abaddon, he is on a different scale. This is the guy, if I remember correctly, that brought Magnus to his knees in the warp, by the way, not like in real space, in the warp. So the guy has some special abilities about him. Now, the only real person I think that could stand up against Abaddon at the moment is a Primarch, and the only really loyalist Primarch that we have is Rebooted Guilliman, and we all know that Rebooted Guilliman is not really present on Vigilius at the moment. So what I personally think that's going to happen is when we get part 2 of the Vigilius book, I think that Abaddon's going to turn up. It's going to be a massive crushing defeat for the Imperium. I'm sure maybe some main characters will die. I don't think they're going to kill Calgar or anything like that after they just Primaris sized him. It would be hilarious if they did, but I'm sure that's not going to happen. But the Imperium's going to suffer this massive defeat to Chaos, and I think that's going to turn Guilliman's attention towards Vigilius, and that's when we'll see Guilliman turn up at Vigilius, and he'll start throwing his weight against Abaddon. And I'm sure that's going to be a battle that we all want to see. I think it's going to be kind of quite emotional. Abaddon was there when Guilliman was there back in the day and stuff, so I'm sure they'll have some words to throw at each other about the Corpse Emperor or Guilliman's dying dream, and Guilliman will throw some stuff back at him like he's a traitor, he's a failure just like his father, all that kind of stuff, which is going to bring emotion and make these guys punch each other in the face. Now, we know that Abaddon has the funky demon sword, and we know that Guilliman has the Emperor's sword. Basically, Guilliman's sword, aka the Emperor's sword, kills demons permanently. Like, it's basically the Anaphane, they call it. So if you're touched, well, I say if you're touched, if you're killed by that, and if you're a demon, then it's basically game over for you. There's no going back into the warp and regenning. That's it. You are gone. So besides bringing epic weapons to the duel or the little battle, let's say, each are the head of their force. Guilliman is technically the new Emperor. He is the leader of the Imperium. I'm sorry if that triggers people. He's got the Emperor's sword. It's kind of the new Emperor. So, and Abaddon is the leader. Well, I won't say the leader of Chaos. He's the leader of the Black Legion, which is probably the biggest warband slash, well, it's a Legion S size, and that incorporates all kind of Marines in there. You've got Slaanesh Marines, Khorne Marines, Nurgle Marines, everyone who wants that kind of brotherhood brought back that they missed. They've all banded together under the banner of Abaddon. So you got these two massive factions then meeting on Vigilius, and it's just basically going to be a tumble dryer of absolute carnage. I personally think what's going to end up happening is Vigilius itself, the planet, is probably going to explode just like Cadia, because there's just too much stuff going on actually on that planet. I actually feel sorry for like the orcs, the gene stealers, and all the other kind of like Xenos and other factions that are actually on this planet, because they're just going to get caught in the middle. I can just see an orc going, "My holy grok, what is going on here? You know, we want to fight. We didn't want to fight this much." So yes, I personally think that Vigilius itself is going to go to the meat grinder and it's going to explode, and then the conflict itself will move on to a different part of the galaxy, maybe a different kind of planet, maybe move on to a different kind of sector. Now, when it comes to these two actually fighting and picking a winner, of course, my heart's always got to be with the Imperium, but when I look at it from a GW kind of standpoint, I don't think they'll let anyone be an out-and-out winner. I think they'll lose people on both sides, they'll both lose strategic locations, they'll both gain strategic locations, and it will still be this long war kind of, you know, campaign where, okay, we took this, but we also took that, and they also got that, and this and that. So at the end of the day, it'll all even out, and they basically just slap each other in the face and give each other basically a bloody nose. So yeah, I don't see like Guilliman ramming his sword through Abaddon, taking his head off. I don't see Abaddon, you know, taking the legs off Guilliman. I don't see anything like that. They're basically just going to slap each other and then just go and do some other things. Right, that is me done for another video. I cannot wait to see the Abaddon model. Of course, as soon as that drops, I'll be posting all the stuff as normal. Of course, I've probably got another month now. The tease, of course, it was there. But I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. Just seeing that Talon of Horus again in all this new kind of format got me harder than Terminator armor. So yes, I am definitely in full-on hype mode now to March. Vigilius Part 2 cannot come soon enough. I cannot wait to get my hands on the book, look at it, get all the lore, and just go through it and see who else is there. Hopefully the Executioners will turn up and they'll save the day. But until then, this is me. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Have a great day and see you all now. Bye-bye.